Hello, welcome to the session on ChatGPT. So, without wasting any time, let's start the session. ChatGPT is a language model developed by OpenAI. It is based on the GPT 3.5 architecture and is designed to generate human like responses to text prompts. It can understand and generate text in a conversational manner, making it suitable for tasks like answering questions, providing explanation, offering suggestions, and engaging in interactive conversations with users. Next, we will see how to create a RESTful services using ChatGPT. So here's the task. Create a RESTful service using ASP.NET to perform CRUD operations. Before we start, make sure that Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code is installed on your system. Second, .NET Core SDK is installed. Third, most important, MongoDB is installed and running locally or on a remote server. Let's create the application. Now I am opening Visual Studio in the system. To create the project, first click on the ASP.NET Core Web API, then give the project name Web Application 1, then click on Next, then click on Create. As you can see, the project is created. Now open the ChatGPT. So in ChatGPT, we have to write first create a RESTful service using .NET with a controller, service, and repository layer to perform CRUD operation on a MongoDB database. Press enter, then you can see the ChatGPT is giving the solution. So the first step, we have to install the MongoDB.Driver package, then we have to create the product model class, then the solution for repository layer, then for service layer. Now it's giving for controller layer. Now it's giving the some configuration for the MongoDB database and also for the configuration of service dependencies to add in the program.cs file. Okay, now it's completed. So first step, we have to install the MongoDB driver package. Just click on the tools package manager and open the package manager console, and right here uh, install package MongoDB.driver. It's installing. After the successful installing, you can check in the dependencies folder. Click on dependency folder and then package. You can see here the MongoDB driver package is installed. Now just we are creating the folder for model layer, for service layer, repository layer. Just right click on the project folder and then click on the add button. Add the folder and give the name repository. Then again right click on the folder, add button, then folder, give the name service. Okay, so first we have to make the product class model. Just open your Visual Studio again, right click on the model layer, add, then click on the class button, give the model class name product.cs, add it. Okay, now it's created. Back to the chat gpt, copy the code and paste in the model class. As you can see, the id is id as a object id type and name as a string type and price as a decimal type. Now we have to move on the repository layer. First create the cs file. Open your Visual Studio, right click on repository, click on add button, then click on class, give the name product repository.cs. Now you can see it's created. Back to the chat gpt, just copy the code and paste in the repository layer. Basically this class will handle all the MongoDB operations. MongoDB operations like as you can see, get all the products, product by id, getting product by id, then adding the product, then updating the product, and also deleting the product. Now moving to the service layer. So first we have to create the service class, the product service. Back to the Visual Studio, right click on add button, then click on class. Write the class name product service.cs, add it. Now you can see the class is created. Back to the ChatGPT, just copy the code of service layer and paste there. Basically, this class will act as an intermediary between the controller and repository. Okay, so here you can see all the functions are declared. For example, adding, updating, or deleting the products. Okay, now we have to move on the controller layer. First, we have to make the controller class. So just copy the name product controller, then right click on the controller folder, then add a controller, select the MVC controller empty, then next, then select the API controller with read and write actions, add it. Now you can see it's added. First rename it, just give the name product controller.cs. Yes. Okay, then remove the code, the existing code. Okay, back to the chat GPT and copy the code of controller layer and paste here. As you can see here, you can see that http get methods are declared for get all products, http get for get product by id, http post for add product, http put for updating the product, http delete for deleting the product. Then there is no need of controller weather controller class, so please delete it. Now moving to the app setting.json. So here we have to first copy the code and paste in the app setting.json. Back to the Visual Studio, open the app setting.json, paste here. Here we declare the connection string for MongoDB and the database name. We gave the database name as product database. Now we are moving to the program.cs file for adding the services to the container. Open the program.cs file, then just back to the chat GPT, copy the code with comment, register your repository and service classes. Yes, this code you have to copy. After copying this, just paste in the program.cs file. Okay, so we have got two errors. That error you have to write here builder.services. S is capital. Okay, for this configuration error, so we have to add the object of configuration manager. In the context of a .NET application, configuration manager is used to access the application configuration setting. Okay, so after declaring the configuration manager object, so the error is resolved. Now the project is ready. For testing the application, just select the IIS Express and click on the green button. First, it was building the project. Then after successfully building the project, it will launch. Now you can see the Swagger is open on the port number 44373. Here you can see all the APIs endpoint, the for getting the product, for posting the product, for getting by ID the product, updating the product by ID and deleting the product by ID. Let's first see the posting the product. Try it out. I'm writing the name XYZ and price as a 40.3 because we declare the price as a decimal. Then click on execute. Then you can see the product is post in the database. As you can check also in the MongoDB database, I am opening the MongoDB database. You can see here the database product, and yes, there was an entry with the ID with the name XYZ and price 40.3. Just copy the ID and click on the get by ID, try it out, paste here the ID and execute. Click on the execute. You can see we got the product XYZ. Okay, then the next API, the put API, just click on the try it out and paste here the ID, and now I am updating the product name from XYZ to the toy and price 100. Click on execute button. It's successfully executed. Now you can just check get by ID, paste the same ID, click on the execute button. You can see the product is updated with the toy name and the price 100. Now I'm trying to delete, try it out, just click on try it out, paste the ID, click on execute. You can see I am opening the database, updating. You can see the entry is deleted. Get all product, execute, getting null because the product is deleted. Thank you.